Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Westwood Road. We're a bit late here getting here. There's been a bit of traffic on the M1 that's held us up, so we are on air. And if you could just let people know that we are. This is Rebels Radio. We're here from Westwood Road, the Pro Edge Stadium, home of St Ives Football Club, also the home of Cambridge City as well, and we're here today for yet another away game. We'll run through those two sides very quickly for you. I'll do some notes about some other games on tonight, but Saturday's been postponed, but give me 2 seconds. It's been a little bit late getting here. You can contact us a couple of ways, either on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, you can get in contact there. I'll run through the two sides with you, starting with the home side, which is St Ives Town. They play in black and white shirts, black shorts and white socks. Black socks, sorry. In goal for them is Tom Smith. 2 is Miles Smith. 3 is Luke Warner Ely. 4 is Charlie Diab, who's the captain. 18 is Lloyd Groves. 6 is Rogan George. 7 is Ben Baker. 8 is Ollie Snaith. 9 is Doobie Ogbonna. 10 Peter Clark, and 11 is Phil Draycott. Their subs for this evening are 12 Dan Moyes, 14 Eugene Libertucci, 15 Danny Watson, 16 Danny Kelly, and 17 is Declan Rogers. Just bear with me for a second. The Rebel lineups now will be in their away kit of all light blue. In goal is Jack Turner. 2 Nathan Smart. 3 is George Wells. 4 Guy Hollis. 5 Mark Nisbet, who's the captain. 6 is Lee Togwell. A debut for 8 or maybe 7 even, Scott Davies. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Manny Williams. 10 Ben Harris, and 11 is Warren Harris. Those are your two sides today. Your subs for the Rebels this evening are 12 Sean Fraser, 14 Josh Jackman, 15 James Dobson, and 16 is Perry Cole. So there you go, those are your two sides, and we'll run through a few other things for you as well. If you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us via YouTube in the comment section. Apologies that we were a little bit late this evening. I'm just going to make sure that that's working. It was a bit of a hectic journey. I must admit that I did fall asleep on the coach on the way here, so I did miss most of it, but there you go. So we will give you the other games in the Evestic Southern Premier League. Basically, versus Bishop Stortford was postponed. It's Hereford versus Frome, Kettering versus Royston, Kings Langley Biggleswade is postponed, and then Stratford versus Tiverton. Those are the other games in the Southern Premier League this evening, and we'll give you some score updates from those as they go along. So this is the third of 6 away games for the Rebels, and they will be looking for their first win out of those 6 games, and a start for Scott Davies, who was signed yesterday from Chelmsford City in the Conference South, or National League South as it's now called. And he had played, I've got some notes here actually, I really should be more prepared when we arrive late to games. Right, Scott played 36 games for Chelmsford City. He's sitting in the playoff places in the National League South. He started 8 sub appearances. He got 6 yellows, he's got 3 goals, and he's also got 1 assist as well. And in that time, he's in those 36 games, he's won 19, drawn 9, and lost 8. He's made over 320 appearances and scored 43 goals in his career. He has only just turned 30, and he does have 3 appearances for the Irish under-21s. So there you go. I'm just going to turn some sound up because I'm not sure how loud we are coming through to you. So I'm just going to fiddle with me knobs for a minute. You just carry on and stop laughing at me. I can't see because it's a bit of a weird setup here at St Ives. Is that everything's out on my thing's sitting next to me as well. So there you go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. We will be ready for the game when it starts. So we are here at Pro Edge Stadium, Westwood Road. It's St Ives versus Slough Town in this Evestic Southern Premier League game. And we are just a couple of minutes away from kick-off. Bit of a rush to get here. Good evening to Rebel, who's in this evening. And Scott Davies is the player who's going to be the acquisition that people will be wanting to see in a Rebel shirt this afternoon. He's had played pro football in the Football League with Oxford United. He was also had a good couple of seasons at Aldershot Town, and so he will be a player that looks out for. If you haven't been onto the Slough Town website, there is an update on there that there will be a loan signing who will be announced tomorrow as well. So it's congratulations to St Ives because they finally got a game on. That's not been horrible, but they haven't actually played a home game on a Saturday since Christmas. That's how it's been with their pitch. Good evening to Gemma Teal. She's at work. Oh, sorry, Gemma. Just have us on and don't worry about your work. Just take your time with that. Yes, so St Ives have finally got a home game on this evening. And so it's their first. They've not had a Saturday home game since Christmas, so you can understand what that means. There was a game on the pitch. There is a bit of sand in the half that's to my right. I'm literally almost on the halfway line. Our commentary position, not obviously on the halfway line. That would be rather silly. Looks like there are some in-ground improvements going on the far hand side. The tunnel is out at the moment, and so there are a few just sand patches on the half to the right, which is towards where, if you've ever been here before, it's towards where the what do you call that place? Sports centre. It's a sports centre. That's where it is. It's to that kind of side there. So there you go. And then to the left of the side, as the two sides start to come out for this evening, and just looking to see where our new signing is. He's got some fluorescent yellow and black boots on. So I'll run through those starting 11s for you. So for St Ives, who are playing in white and black striped shirts with black shorts and black socks. In goal for them is Tom Smith. 2 is Miles Smith. 3 is Luke Warner-Ely. 4 is Charlie Diath. He's the captain. 18 is Lloyd Groves. 6 is Rogan George. I'm just checking to see if it is an 18. It is 18 as well. 6 is Rogan George. 7 Ben Baker. 8 Ollie Snaith. 9 is Doogie Bonner. 10 Peter Clark. And 11 is Phil Draycott. For the Rebels, Jack Turner is in goal. 2 is Nathan Smart. 3 George Wells. 4 Guy Hollis. 5 Mark Nisbet, who's the captain. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 is Scott Davies. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Manny Williams. 10 Ben Harris. And 11 is Warren Harris. So those are your 2 starting 11s for today. Your referee is Jack Bloxham. His 2 assistants are Douglas Lawson and Laurentio Hanto. Apologies if I've got that wrong. He's not going to be listening, is he? Well, at least I hope he's not going to be listening. So there you go. So those are your 2 starting 11s for this evening. And we're just waiting for the referee just to make sure everything is all right. And again, if you do want to get in contact, it's on the comments thing on YouTube. I can never remember what you'd call it. Is it a chat room or I don't know? So it comes up on my computer as a chat, but I think it's yours. It comes up as comments. So well, whatever it is, you can contact us that way, and there you go. Or on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio. Pitch isn't looking too bad here this evening. Good evening to Ian, who's listening as well. So we are just a couple of seconds away. I'm going to press the doofer on the button where the 2 captains are just shaking hands in the centre. And it's been a bit of a rush today, so apologies if it's been a little bit crazy. It looks as though Slough will be shooting from right to left for this first half, and it also looks as though St Ives will have the kick-off. And there's a good crowd here this evening, and looking forward to a game of football. And right, we are just waiting for the referee to get tonight's game. And he's just having a quick count of the number of players that are out. And he's going to start in a second, I'd hope. Sometime tonight. Here he goes. And there you go. So St Ives with the kick-off. They immediately play the ball forwards. It's cut out well by George Wells on the far-hand side. Long ball forwards by him, Manny Williams to chase. It's going to be Miles Smith that sees the ball out for the first throw of the game that goes to St Ives. And a smaller coach than normal coming for these Slough fans today. Good 20 odd on that coach. And the throw's gone in and gone all the way back out of play. So it's now a throw to Slough halfway inside their own half. Taken by Nathan Smart, and it's found Jack Turner. Jack Turner wearing his green goalkeeping kit with white sleeves this evening. And a long kick by him aimed to Ben Harris. Ben Harris does well to flick the ball on. Finds Manny Williams. Williams does well to keep the ball here and finds Warren Harris down this left-hand side. His cross is blocked by Warner Eli, and it's a throw now to the Rebels. And Guy Hollis will go down to take this throw for Slough. And you have to apologise. I can't actually see where he's going. I can just see. I know he's down the right-hand side, but the tunnel extension is in the way for me to actually see what's going on. But it's a long throw in for Slough. Bouncing around, goes to the back post, and it's in. Oh, it's played across the goal, and it's come all the way across. And Rogan McGeorge will try to keep the ball in, and he hasn't. It's gone out for. I'm not sure if it's a corner or a throw. And I can't really tell you at the moment until someone takes it. It's you can't see down that right corner flag. It's terrible. I'll tell you when someone either throws it or kicks it in. It's a throw for Slough, and another long throw into the box. The referee sees there's a foul in there, and it's a free kick to St Ives. So there you go. Good evening to everyone. It's been a bit crazy this evening, but thank you for bearing with us. Like I say, we will try to keep you up to date with the scores from those few remaining games that actually made it past their pitch inspections, as we wait for the goalkeeper Tom Smith to take this goal kick. And it's a good long kick by him. It's headed away though by Togwell, and headed on by Groves, the number 18. Ball comes out here towards Simon Dunn. Ben Harris is just holding his head here, and the referee will stop the game for a head injury. And I think it's just it's fine. Ben Harris, I think he just got caught in the eye a little bit, and he's shaked it off and is happy to carry on. And I get the funny that St Ives will give the ball to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and they do that. And it's a long kick here by Turner. It's headed by Miles Smith. It hits Manny Williams on the back, and Williams gets the touch on it, but it's a poor touch, and it goes here towards Clark. Clark into Groves just in the pitch. He's just made a mistake. Manny Williams gets past him. He gets to the ball, crosses it a little bit behind Togwell. Togwell shoots. It's blocked on the line. It's a great save by the goalkeeper from Ben Harris, and it comes out here now. It's a shot, and it's going to be deflected, and it's a good save again by the goalkeeper. That was a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. It was Ben Harris who turned literally 3 yards away. He turned, and the goalkeeper just stuck a leg out. It's a fantastic block by the goalkeeper. It should be 1-0 to Slough, but Tom Smith has saved it. It's 0-0 here. 3 minutes gone so far. He slips as he plays the ball down. It's won by Slough, and it comes out here through to Manny Williams. Williams just gets caught there, but Davies wins the ball for Slough on the far hand side, trying to find Simon Dunn. Good challenge by Miles Smith, but it hits Baker on the head and falls here to Nathan Smart. Smart's ball looking for a run of Williams in the box, but it's evaded him, and it goes through to the goalkeeper Smith. And it's going to be quite difficult because we've got two Harrises for Slough and 2 Smiths for St Ives, and that's going to make it a fun evening, as the goalkeeper Tom Smith gets a good kick this time, though it's won again by Togwell. First time ball by him, and Williams was too busy doing his boots up. It'll be kept in here by Warner Ely, and Warren Harris goes to chase it down, but Warner Ely with the ball forwards. It's won by Nisbet, who volleys it in forwards. Ben Harris is offside. Lloyd Groves heads the ball on to the right back Miles Smith. Smith immediately put under pressure by 2 Slough players, but finds Groves. Groves goes back to his goal. He puts him in a bit of trouble there. It's a good clearance again by the keeper, but straight out of play and out for a throw to Slough just before, just on the halfway line, really. And it's nice little setup here at St Ives. Ball played down the line here, looking for the run of Warren Harris, but Groves comes across to clear the ball, plays it out, and that's a throw for Slough, about 10 yards away from the corner flag on the far hand side, this one. And it's taken quickly by Slough towards Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball in here towards Togwell. Togwell flicking the ball forwards, but it's hacked clear by Groves and up to Ogbono. Ogbono doesn't get the best of touches to it, and Guy Hollis under pressure there, plays the ball back. In fact, he's adjudged to have been fouled there by Snaith, and it's free kick to the Rebels just by the centre circle, taken by Jack Turner. It's come out here towards Warren Harris. Harris does well to turn in the centre, and then finds the new player for Slough, Davies. Davies with a little black thick and keeps hold of the ball, finds Nathan Smart. Smart chipping the ball in, looking for the run of Manny Williams. Manny Williams gets down the sideline. It's a good challenge by Groves. It's a corner to the Rebels. And first corner of the game. I can now tell it's corner. It's on the far hand side. We're okay. As long as the play doesn't go down this right hand corner, we're fine. So it's going to be an outswinging corner. And And I can't see who it is that's gone to take it. I think it's Simon Dunn to take the ball. It's non near post. It bounces all the way. It's in the box. Headed away by Groves. Comes out here towards Clark. Clark turns in the sand and plays the ball out. Finds Ogbonna. Ogbonna just turns and has the ball here inside his own half and then chips it with the outside of his foot. But it's a poor ball and it's not fed Baker. And it's out of play for a throw to Slough. Halfway inside their own half. Taken quickly by the I'm playing rights and left. I'm getting my rights and lefts mixed up here. The ball's here with Jack Turner, the Slough goalkeeper, and he's a couple of yards outside of his box. Hits it long with his feet, aimed towards Manny Williams, headed away by Groves, only as far as Togwell. Togwell trying to find Dunn on the far hand side, and Dunn plays it immediately, trying to get the ball behind here to Manny Williams. Williams does well to keep the ball from going off. He's right by the sideline, edge of the tram line of the box. Plays the ball in here. Oh, it's a mistake there by Warren Harris. It's cleared only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet's touch is heavy, but he wins the ball back here for Slough. Shakes off the challenge of Ogbonna, and then finds Davies. Davies here on the right-hand side for Slough. Manages to go past his man. Gets a cross in, but it's cleared by Rogan George. Headed away there by Draycott, and the ball bouncing around. Finds Ben Harris to find. He feeds Warren Harris, but it's a good challenge by the left-back, Warner Eli, and it's out for a throw. This is definitely a throw, I can tell that one. And this time it's Scott Davies who's going to go across to take this throw for Slough, the new signing. Making his debut here, straight in the team for the Rebels. And Slough started these first 7 minutes literally playing inside the St Ives half. And the long throw goes into box, bouncing around. It's going to be cleared by this Nisbet, who has a shot. He's claiming it took a deflection. He goes wide of the post, and it's up for a goal kick here. So 0-0 so far, 7 minutes gone here at the Pro Edge Stadium. And Slough really should be in the lead here, but great save by the goalkeeper for St Ives. It's 0-0, but Slough, good signs for them. They've started on the front foot here, and it's headed away here from the kick. It misses Ben Harris. Comes here to lose Warner Eli. Hits it straight at Ben Harris. Ben Harris has blocked it with his arm. It's a free kick to St Ives, and he'll take that a few feet back. Good evening to Fitzroy Brown. Neil Humphrey is in Athens. Well, aren't you the lucky man? And we've got a Rebels top fan that says, say hi to Mike Field, Simon Dunn's granddad. So there you go. Good evening to Mike Field. It's a free kick here for St Ives, taken by the goalkeeper Smith. Good long ball by him. Headed away by Hollis. It's one back here by Clark, but Slough to sneak the ball back here. It's found Warren Harris. He's robbed of the ball with a good challenge by Draycott, but Rook George plays it in. Just Smart gets there first, plays the ball down the line, and Manny Williams will chase it, but the goalkeeper Smith just waits for it to come into his box and picks the ball up. And it's a good positive start so far here from the Rebels in their away kit. As Smith, good long kick down the field. It's going to be a free. Oh, it should have been a free header for Nathan Smart. He decided to volley the ball, and he's volleyed it straight out of play behind him. And it's now a throw to St Ives, halfway inside the Slough half. It'll be taken by the left back, Luke Warner Eli. Quick throw by him into Snaith. Ball played in. It's volley cleared by Nisbet. Only comes here for McGeorge. McGeorge slips as Davies comes in with a tackle, and the referee's given a free kick to St Ives. 35 yards away from goal. And it will be Draycott, the player who comes across to take this free kick. They've sent forwards the two centre-backs in Diath and Groves for this St Ives. And the first attack that St Ives have, Draycott takes it. Oh, it's headed away well by Davies, and it comes on the far hand side to McGeorge. McGeorge trying to get the ball there. He tries to go past one, but Wells has given it away to McGeorge. Crossed his first time. It's gone all the way across the goal. And it was a good cross in the end. There was just no one for St Ives on the end of that. And it's out of play for a throw to the Rebels, which Nathan Smart takes and goes back to his goalkeeper. Bit of a high throw, but taken well by Turner. And Turner launches that long ball down the field. Groves has come back to head the ball away, and he'll come through here towards Davies. Davies trying to cushion the header to Dunn. Comes in from Dunn to Manny Williams. Williams trying to release Warren Harris, but it's a run back here by Manny Williams, and does find Warren Harris at the second attempt. Played back in, looking for Williams. Williams here, though, beaten to the ball by Diath, and it's been hooked clear by Draycott down the field. And Guy Hollis with the defensive header. Flicked on by Togwell, finds Davies. Davies, I don't know who that was to. I think there's a ball over the top, but It's being chased by Ben Harris, but Diaf keeps the ball in right by the floodlight there, plays the ball down and goes down under a challenge. Ball here with Warner Eli. Goes back to his goal. Smith with a poor clearance across his goal, but Miles Smith is there to hook the ball out of play. And Slough almost had a chance there. That pitch that Slough are attacking is the side that's got the worst of the sand on it, and it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side, taken quickly by Wells in towards Dunn. Back out here towards Wells. Wells trying to get down that left hand side to get across in. Oh, it does well to evade his challenge. Switches back again. Now crosses first time. It comes through. Oh, it's a slip in the box by Ben Harris. He can't get on there, and the ball's played off Lee Togwell for a throw to St Ives deep inside their own half. Just speaking of Lee Togwell, this is his 98th appearance for the Rebels, so he's just coming up to his 100th. Also coming up to a milestone will be Guy Hollis as well. The throw comes in, headed on by Togwell and finds Manny Williams. Williams plays it back here towards Nathan Smart. Oh, Smart just sells Davies short, but Smart comes across to get that. But again, he sold George Wells short. But Wells does really well, does George Wells, as he does for most of the season. Then plays it back here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's Turner, this long ball down the field. Warren Harris flicking the ball on into the path of Manny Williams. Williams plays it back in towards Warren Harris. Harris breaks into the box, gets a chance to shoot. He plays it across the box. It's one of those cross-come shots that you see, and it wasn't on target, and it was just a little bit away and rolls out of play for a goal kick. 12 minutes gone here at the Pro Edge Stadium. It is 0-0 between these two sides. I can tell you that Guy Hollis is making his 194th appearance for the Rebels this evening. And they're just waiting for Smith, the goalkeeper, to get the ball to take this goal kick. Let's see if there's any goals in the other games in our league at the moment. As we wait for Smith, I can tell you that Bognor are losing to Welling in the league above. Just thought I'd put that one in there because there's not a lot else going on. As Smith takes this goal kick. It's a good kick, but it's well won by Togwell. And his header comes through, comes to Ben Harris. Flicked on here by Scott Davis, trying to find Manny Williams. Headed away by Diaz, then headed away by Togwell. Ball just bouncing around. Comes around here now to Williams. Williams leaves it for Warren Harris. Harris will try and run down the right-hand side, up against Warner Eli. Still got the ball here. And he's got Nathan Smart with him if he needs him. He's got to try and dig himself out of that corner. But it's good defending by Draycott. And just run straight into Nathan Smart. But the referee says it was a foul by Nathan Smart. I think it was actually a foul by Warren Harris. It's a free kick to St Ives, deep inside their own half. Apparently Stratford have got a penalty awarded in their game. Don't forget it is Kettering versus Royston tonight as well. So Stratford already 1 down. It's Stratford 0, Tiverton 1 at the moment. As we wait for Smith to take this free kick for St Ives. And good long kick by him. Flicked on well by Clark. Only headed well by Wells. Comes through here to Williams. Williams beaten to the ball by Groves, but it's come to Nisbet. Nisbet trying to find Ben Harris. Ben Harris holds the ball up well for Slough and then plays it here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn on the left hand side, trying to get into the box. He's just been forced wide by Miles Smith. But tricks his way across the 18-yard. Gives it to Togwell. Just gets caught in the sand. Comes out here now to George Wells. Wells chipping the ball into the far post. It's got to be a header on goal. It's a good save by the goalkeeper again, and I think the header was from Ben Harris again. Only about 3 or 4 yards out. He headed it towards the goal. Couldn't get a lot of angle on it, and it's another save by the young goalkeeper Tom Smith. He pushes it over the bar, and it's 0-0. It's Kettering 0, Royston 1 in the other game in the Southern Premier League. So Slough now with another corner. Simon Dunn to take this corner for the Rebels. Again, an out-swinging corner here with no Lench or Dobson on the pitch. Ball played in. Headed away well by Clark. Comes out though here to Togwell. Togwell ball back in here towards Dunn. Dunn's got a bit of time to play the ball in to Warren Harris. Gets the ball back. Slips in the penalty box. There's Dunn in just in the conditions. So now try and win the ball back and do just on the edge of the area. It's here with Manny Williams. They need some bodies in the box. Ball comes out here towards Togwell. Played down the line here towards Dunn. Dunn with the ball straight. Oh, and again it's a great ball across the 6-yard box, and neither of the Slough players could get in. Hollis, Warren Harris and Ben Harris in there, but none of them could get a touch to it, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick. So Slough with a really good 15 minutes here so far at the Pro Edge Stadium should now really be 2 up, but 2 excellent saves from the goalkeeper. It's 0-0 here, and it's an interesting game for the Rebels. They do need to start getting some away wins in these long run of games that they've got away from home. Don't forget the next game is Saturday against Basingstoke, one of the best records at home do Basingstoke have in the league, so that'll be a tough game. Then if you haven't heard that next Tuesday Slough will be away to Weymouth, that's on the 27th. Kick here by Smith. It's well run by Davies, but he can't keep his header in. It goes out of play for a throw to St Ives. So just the other games was next Tuesday Slough are away to Weymouth, that's the 27th, and then Slough will be away on Good Friday to Dunstable. As Warren Eli takes this throw, it's won by Warren Harris, comes through to Clark. Clark robbed the ball well by Togwell, and it finds Manny Williams. Williams on halfway line, in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris turns, trying to play the ball on the top here for Warren Harris to chase down this near hand side. Warren Eli does well to defend the ball, and then finds Draycott. Draycott here with it, plays it in here towards Snaith. Snaith with a chipped ball down the field, looking for O'Bonnell. O'Bonnell holds the ball up well, up against Nathan Smart on the halfway line, plays it straight at Snaith, and Snaith does really well to bring the ball out. Finds Clark. Clark trying to flick the ball back on. He comes here towards, that's a soft free kick given away by Nathan Smart there, and it's a little push in the back, or Draycott. It is a free kick, it was a definite free kick. But Nathan Smart really didn't need to make that challenge, and this is a free kick about 4 or 5 yards away from the sideline, about 35 yards away from goal for St Ives, and that's how they've had the best of their opportunities here. But it's Draycott to take the ball in. It's a great ball, headed away well by Hollis. Comes here towards Dunn, who clears the ball for Slough. It's a free kick though by a foul by Manny Williams for a push on McGeorge, and this is a more central position for St Ives, good 35 yards away from goal. Ben Harris just getting a little bit of treatment for that bang that he had on his head earlier, but it's a free kick here to St Ives, and again it will be Draycott, the player, to take this free kick for the Saints, or the Thieves, or the Ives. It's the Ives, isn't it? But when they say it on the thing, it says up Thieves. Draycott to take this free kick. It's floated into the box. It's a good ball. It's come off the head of I thought that was a corner. I thought that clearly came off the head of a player clad in blue, but the referee said it's a goal kick, and it's Diaf who's down injured inside the Slough penalty area, and it's Diaf who's going to get some treatment here on the pitch here. So a little stoppage in play here for the moment. And we'll just see what else we've got going on for you. Just waiting for the referee. Just they have to get some treatment here. Just a stoppage in play. So then our next broadcast will be on Saturday, where we are away to Basingstoke Town, and don't think that'll be an easy game. Basingstoke drew 1-1 at Slough just a couple of weeks ago, but on Saturday they had that fantastic result where they beat the league leaders Hereford 3-1, and they've got a fantastic home record at Basingstoke, so this won't be an easy game for the Rebels. And I can tell you, this is the 6th meeting between these two sides, and each time that the previous 5 meetings, both teams have failed to score. So every game is finished to 0. So neither of both teams scored in any of the 5 previous meetings. It's 0-0 at the moment, so that's still going on. As Turner takes this goal kick, it's headed away well by Groves on the far hand side, but only as far as George Wells. Wells chips it in with his right foot high up into the night sky. Ben Harris flicks the ball on here to Williams. Williams, lovely little bit of skill. Comes out here towards Simon Dunn, he shoots. And it's just wide of the goal by Simon Dunn. And again, it was a good effort for Slough, but flashed wide of the goal, just from the edge of the penalty area. Good work though by Manny Williams, though, playing up front for Slough today, and it remains 0-0. It's going to be a goal kick. We've played 20 minutes at the moment, 0-0. It's quite a mild evening here today at St Ives. It's quite enjoyable. Here's we'll wait for the goalkeeper Smith to take this Goal kick. And it's a long kick aimed to Ogbonna, who flicks the ball on, trying to find Ben Baker on the far hand side, but Wells has cut inside. His ball has found Manny Williams. Williams with a little dink ball in, finds Scott Davies. Davies trying to play the ball out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart puts the afterburners on, gets a lucky touch there, and he beats Warner Eli to the ball, gets a ricochet, and then there's a foul there on I think it's on Scott Davies. The new guy's holding his ankle, but he seems to be okay. He's back up on his feet, and it was going to be a free kick, which Simon Dunn will be the player that comes across to take for the Rebels. 30 yards away from goal, but it is right on this near sideline, so the referee just going to chat to Draycott and the captain Diaf just to just say he's not going to book him, but it is a final warning, I guess, for Draycott for that challenge. And it's going to be Simon Dunn to take this free kick for Slough. And he puts this ball in. That's a good ball in. It's bouncing around. Comes to the edge of the box to Scott Davies, who shoots. And it goes wide of the goal. And it's out for another goal kick. So good start here for the Rebels. They just haven't been able to capitalise with a goal yet so far. Let's see if we can find you some other scores. Sorry, just waiting for the computer to load up here. So the only games are Kettering 0, Royston 1. It's 0-0 Hereford and Frome. Stratford 0, Tiverton 1. The other two games were postponed. As Smith takes this goal kick aimed again at Ogbonna. Beaten to the ball well by Hollis. Comes through to Williams. Williams' ball is going to be hooked clear though by Warner Eli, and Ogbonna will chase that ball down, but it's gone all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and he releases it quickly, trying to find Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to stretch to keep that one in. There was a little bit too much on it from the goalkeeper, and it's gone out of play for a throw to St Ives on that far hand side. Miles Smith, the right back, will go across to take this on the halfway line. And his throw finds Snape. Snape holds the ball up and gives it back towards Smith. It's drilled in and comes out here to McGeorge. McGeorge trying to spread the ball to Draycott. Headed away by Nathan Smart. And then Davies is pushed. And it's a free kick to Slough. Inside their own half. And I think Nisbet's going to leave it for Jack Turner to come across to take. And Turner looking for the two Harrises on this near hand side. It's Warren Harris who wins header, heads it back in. Togwell gets a touch to it, flicks on by Dunn, in towards Williams. Williams trying to turn inside the box, gets down the byline. It's played in, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Slough looking for a corner, and I believe that has been given that the goalkeeper he caught the ball and took it out of play. I think St Ives are saying that the ball had gone out of play, but it is a corner here to the Rebels. So Slough again with these good 24 minutes here so far, but yet to have a goal. Simon Dunn to take this out-swinging corner for them. Great big floodlight pillar in the way, as I tried to see. Ball played in. It's gone near post. It comes back out here towards Nisbet. Nisbet trying to turn. Turns inside the box. Chips it aimed at the far post. It's a cross, and it just evades Ben Harris at the far post and goes out of play again. And Slough really will start to rule these missed chances here. They should be easily 2, maybe 3 up here, but the goalkeeper has been equal to them. He's taken the time jogging over to get the ball, and it's a goal kick. He throws the ball back and then just jogs really gently over. It's quite comical, really. It's a goal kick here to St Ives. 0-0 here. Coming up to 25 minutes of this first half gone. And every single player from the goalkeepers in this one small patch in front of us on this right hand side. Swift the kick aimed here towards Clark. Well won again by Togwell. Manny Williams tries to get there, shields the ball well, brings it down well now, and then plays it in. He's run 15 yards, finds Simon Dunn on the left hand side. Dunn crosses in first time, headed away by Groves. Only back as far as Dunn. Dunn plays it in, hits Miles Smith, and Smith can bring the ball away from that ricochet. Plays it down the line. It's a ball for Ogbonna to chase, but it's well cut out here by Nisbet, and Nisbet's ball flicked on by Simon Dunn, trying to find Manny Williams, hooked away by Groves, comes into the centre towards Clark. Clark robbed of the ball by Warren Harris, now with Togwell. Ball out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has got George Wells on the overlap. Wells coming down that left-hand side. Crosses first time. It's a good cross, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. And Smith just dives on top of the ball, I think. The pillar's in the way. And encouraging signs here for the Rebels in their build-up play. They created a few chances, but yet to take them still. 0-0 here at the moment as Smith has the ball in his hands and rolls it about 10 yards outside of his box to the side, and then plays this long ball down the field looking for Ogbonna to chase. Headed away by Nisbet, flicked on by Davies, only as far as McGeorge. Switches the play straight away for trying to find Draycott on this left hand side. Draycott does well to keep the ball in and has time to turn and bring the ball inwards. Comes inside, travelling 15-20 yards. Plays the ball to McGeorge. McGeorge plays a lovely ball in, looking for Ogbonna. Ogbonna flicks it goalwards, and it's a goal for St Ives! And the goal has been scored by Ben Baker! And I said it, it's the first effort that St Ives have had in the game. And Baker has put the ball into the net from about 4 yards out. The goal coming on 27 minutes. And I told you that Slough would rule those chances, and they have done. Slough have been dominant here, but go a goal behind yet again. And they have it all to do here. They've had all the play, they've had all the chances. St Ives have one chance and score. And sometimes it's actually Peter Clark that's been given the goal, not Ben Baker. My apologies there. I thought it was, I'll cross him out. It's Peter Clark who's been given the goal. Ball headed out by St Ives. Come through to Snaith. Snaith hooks the ball clear. Only as far as Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball inside here towards Ben Harris. So finds Warren Harris. Warren Harris crosses first time. Comes off the head of McGeorge. Slipping around. Hooked clear though by Lloyd Groves. Comes out only as far as George Wells. Wells here with the ball. Inside here towards Scott Davies. Davies plays it out here towards Warren Harris. Harris gets in there first with the head of it. Now, Ben Harris only just got to his feet. Back here towards Warner Eli, plays the ball straight out of play. It's a throw to the Rebels. And Ben Harris has gone down here. Just got caught with a challenge on the ankle there. Slough already missing Chris Flood tonight through injury that he picked up on Saturday. And Slough behind here. At the moment, it'll be Nathan Smart to take this goal. Kick. What's he going to take? A throw. What's he going to take? A goal. He's going to take a throw here. 10 yards inside the St Ives half. Plays his long throw in. Warren Harris does well to flick the ball in. Comes here. It's hooked clear though by the goal scorer Clark. Only as far as Smart. Smart chips the ball in, looking for the run of Manny Williams. Williams with a little flick. Tries to play it in, but Slough have lost the ball here to McGeorge. Finds Draycott. Draycott straight out of play. And it's out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's played back in here from the throw to Turner. Ogbonna tries to chase it down. Manny Williams is offside. It's a free kick to St Ives. And Slough will wonder here how they are 1-0 down here. They've absolutely dominated this. Smith in the goal has made two fantastic, and they do mean fantastic saves. And chances have come to the Rebels, but somehow they are 1-0 down. And the small smattering of Slough fans behind the goal. Just getting agitated here as the goalkeeper Smith tries to find that one blade of grass to take his goal, his free kick from. And plays this ball down the field. It's looking for Snaith, headed away by Hollis. Togwell flicks the ball on, only as far as Warner Eli. Back here to McGeorge. McGeorge under pressure, manages to find Draycott. Draycott turns on this left-hand side, runs into two Slough players. It comes off Warren Harris for a throw to St Ives, roughly around about 25 yards away from the Slough goal. Warner Eli will be the player that comes across to take this. And his throw finds goal scorer Clark. Clark shakes off the challenge of Davies. Plays it here towards Groves. Groves being chased by Ben Harris. Goes back towards the goalkeeper Smith. Smith just shanks the ball. And it's out of play for a throw. Unfortunately for Slough, it's gone and bounced all the way over the barriers into the ground here. And it's a throw now for Slough. 25 yards, 30 yards away from the goal. Played in quickly here towards Warren Harris. Back out towards Nathan Smart. Smart plays it in. Headed away by McGeorge. Poor touch though. And it manages to find McGeorge. He tries to release Ben Baker down that left hand side, but it's cut out here by Wells. Wells with the ball in. Good ball in, finds Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn with a shot is well wide of the goal, unfortunately. And again, another chance for the Rebels goes wasting. And we are now into the 31st minute. St Ives 1, Slough Town 0. And again, Smith to take this goal kick, all clad in yellow with a little green stripe down his side of his goalkeeping top. And it's a long kick by him, headed well by Ben Harris to find Manny Williams. Williams holds the ball up. It's got Simon Dunn running alongside him. Run up against the right back here, Miles Smith. It comes off Simon Dunn, just catches him in the face. It's an accidental. The ball just, as the two of them were running with it, it bounced in between their legs and the ball bounced up and hit Simon Dunn in the face. And yeah, Simon Dunn's going to need some treatment there for the moment. So another stoppage in play here. And we'll look and see if we can find you some later scores from those other games. So as it stands in the previous 5 meetings, there hasn't been a game where both sides have scored. So if it carries on like that, Slough will be playing all night long and still won't score. So there you go. Let's hope that isn't the case. Let's have a look. Yep, so it's Hereford 0, Froome 0, Kettering 0, Royston 1, St Ives 1, Slough 0 and Stratford 0, Tiverton 1 are the scores from the Evo-Stick Southern Premier League so far this evening. Simon Dunn still getting some treatment there on that far hand side. And Dunn still getting treated, just a bit quiet here at the Pro Edge Stadium. As Dunn gets some treatment for a ball in the face. Like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us, you can do either on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or on the YouTube comments or chat thing. That if you're listening on YouTube, there should be a bit that comes through and says comments. You'll see a few people on there. If you want to comment, we'll give you a shout out, as there's not much going on here at the moment while the stoppage in play. Simon Dunn's back to his feet. And Dunn is okay. He'll be fine to carry on by the looks of it. Dobson is just warming up just in case, but Dunn has left the field, being treated by the physio, but looks to be okay. Just getting a last minute check over before we allowed back on the pitch. As Smith, the St Ives goalkeeper, takes this kick headed towards Ogbonna, taken down with his hand though by Baker, and that'll be a free kick to Slough, just a few feet inside their own half. And Slough will leave this for George Wells to take this free kick. Slough temporarily down to 10 men. Simon Dunn still not back on the pitch at the moment. And they'll send forwards Hollis and Nisbet for this free kick. Jack Turner to take it 5 yards inside his own half. And it's a long ball into the box. It's Nisbet who tries to get the header on. Comes through here towards Scott Davies. Great challenge there by him on Diaf on him. So only though as far as Togwell. Togwell tries to head it on. Nisbet tries to get a touch. Comes here towards Hollis. Hollis back out to Togwell. Togwell finds Ben Harris on this right hand side. Harris trying to turn against Warren Eli. Ball comes in. He's cut inside. Plays it in here now to Warren Harris. Plays the ball back in. It's Slough trying to get the touch there, and it's been hooked clear in the end by St Ives. It's out for a throw here to Slough. Nathan Smart takes quickly towards Lee Togwell. Togwell across towards Guy Hollis. Is back in his position. Finds George Wells inside the centre circle. Wells goes back to his goalkeeper Turner. He's being chased down by 2 players, but hits it first time. Long ball over the top, looking for Nisbet, who's still up there. Takes it on his. I thought he took it on his shoulder, but the referee is saying it hit him on the arm, and it's a free kick to St Ives. So St Ives with this 1-goal lead here, given to them on 27 minutes by the number 10 Peter Clark. On their only effort on goal, chipped across by Dubiog-Bonner, and he slid in at the far post from literally 4 yards out to slide it into the back of the net, and that's how Slough are behind here. Smith with this goal kick. Wells leaves the ball. It goes straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. 10 yards inside their own half on the far hand side. Wells with the throw, looking for Manny Williams, beaten to the ball by Miles Smith, comes in towards Snaith, who turns. Scott Davies wins the ball back for Slough, plays it here towards Wells. Wells, long ball forward, looking for Ben Harris to chase. Ben Harris gets the flick on, it bounces awkwardly, but Diaf clears the ball, headed on by Togwell, only in the centre to McGeorge, who immediately smashes the ball over the top, looking for the run of Ogbonna, but Hollis is there for the Rebels, and then plays the ball across to the right hand side, but that's gone out of play. Lovely control by the assistant coach or kit man or whatever he is on the St Ives bench, and it will be a throw for St Ives, 10 yards inside their own half. Warner Eli with this throw, looking for Ogbonna. He jumps for the ball and never gets near it. Played on by Togwell, headed away by Diaf, and Dunn just runs into the referee. Then Smith plays it backwards, headed on by Diaf. It'll come out here towards Draycott. Draycott with a little flick on, finds Snaith. Snaith busily plays it and plays it off Nathan Smart for a throw to St Ives. Draycott looks to take it quick but leaves it for Warner Eli. 36 minutes of this first half gone. St Ives 1, Slough 0. There'll be a bit of added time on for a couple of injuries. Quick throw by Warner Eli to Ogbonna. His touch isn't the best, but it's found Snaith. Snaith trying to find Draycott, but Nathan Smart turns for Slough and just a lunging tackle by Draycott blocks the ball. It's outplay for a throw to the Rebels. And just waiting for someone to go and get the ball. And it's Hollis with the throw. Throws it all the way back here to Turner, who's under pressure from Ogbonna. Plays it in forwards. Groves with the header away. Comes here towards Smart. Being chased by Draycott. Gets a little push in the back, and then Draycott steals it off Nathan Smart. Gets into the box. Goes down. And that could have been a shout for a penalty there, but the referee waved it off. It was just on the edge of the box. It's not a free kick. Played forward. Ben Harris beaten to the ball by Groves. Comes here towards Hollis. Hollis now finds Harris. Ben Harris is with the ball. Pushed, evades a couple of challenges and finds Nathan Smart. Smart in the right back position. Plays it down, looking for Warren Harris. And Diaf just skies that one into the night sky and out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And it'll be a throw that Nathan Smart will take. And it comes in. It comes off George for another throw to Slough. And again, Nathan Smart is the player that takes this one. Takes it quick towards Warren Harris. Harris is immediately surrounded by two players. And Warren Harris has fouled Draycott. It's a free kick to St Ives. And I don't honestly think I've seen a game where a team has literally only had one effort on goal in 38 minutes. Have been under constant pressure all the way through the game, but have somehow got the lead. If it wasn't crazy, I wouldn't realise it was actually happening, but it is here at the moment. It's St Ives 1, Slough 0. We've come to the last 7 minutes of this first half. Smith, the goalkeeper, takes this free kick. Again aimed at Ogbonna, misses the ball. Headed on by Nisbet. Flicked on by Togwell into the path of Simon Dunn. Dunn chased down by Baker, but plays the ball out looking for the run of Williams. Williams up against Miles Smith, and Smith does really well actually. Good defending off him. Plays it off Manny Williams for a throw to St Ives on that far hand side. It's halfway inside the Slough half. Sorry, the St Ives half, my apologies. And Miles Smith with this throw. Headed on by Togwell. McGeorge heads the ball, but only heads it straight out of play. And it will be a throw to Slough. This time Wells will come across to take it. Finds Davies. Davies, the new player. Back out here towards Wells. Wells has got time to play the ball in. It's not the best of balls. It's cleared by McGeorge and comes to Clark. Score of the only goal. Ball played forward, looking for Ogbonna. Comes off the knee of Hollis. Togwell's there to clear up for the Rebels and finds Nathan Smart. Smart win the ball in towards Davies. Immediately flicks it out here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet chips the ball on. Ben Harris comes deep to pick the ball up. Plays it back out here towards George Wells. He's still inside his own half. Played the ball forward. It's easily intercepted by Smith. Slough peeling. He's lost the ball though to Simon Dunn. Dunn's going to play it down this left hand side. Plays in and he's given a penalty for a foul on Ben Harris, I think it is. A push in the box. There's not much of a complaint from the St Ives players. Slough have got a penalty here. awarded them to the referee. I've got a funny feeling it's Simon Dunn. If it just turns around to take, I think it is Simon Dunn who's going to take this penalty for the Rebels. So it's Dunn up against Tom Smith, who's made 2 really good saves here at the moment. Can he get Slough back into this game? Simon Dunn. Oh, the ball's just moved. The referee's not happy with the ball on the penalty spot. And he's just making Dunn replace the ball. Smith jumping on his toes on that goal line. Simon Dunn up against Tom Smith. Dunn keeps it, he fires it into the bottom of the net, and it's an equaliser for the Rebels from Simon Dunn on 42 minutes. So it's 1-1 here. And that is the thing. So look, we had that. This is the first time that both sides have scored in any of the previous meetings between these two sides. So we've got about 3.5 minutes of this first half, 2.5 minutes maybe of this first half to go, plus added time. It's St Ives with the kick-off. Again played to McGeorge, who just boots the ball straight down the field looking for Baker, but it's almost like a rugby kick-off where he just boots it down the field looking for a bit of field position. Ball thrown in by Wells, comes back to him from Togwell. Ball bounces around. It's one back here with Scott Davies. Davies chipping the ball forward, looking for the run of Manny Williams. Williams being held, but the ball finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris on the edge of the box again. Oh, he's just got taken out again. How is that any different to the penalty? The ball played here towards Baker. Oh, Baker's lost the ball here towards Scott Davies. Here with Williams. Williams plays it inside the box towards Warren Harris. Back out here towards Dunn. Into the centre. Williams can't get there. Comes out towards Togwell. Hits the first shot. What a great save by the goalkeeper again. Ball comes back out here though to Ben Harris. And then it's he runs down the field. Is it still in play? It's gone out for a corner. Yet again, another fantastic save by the goalkeeper, Tom Smith. That's his third fantastic save of the game. A volley from a good 25, 30 yards out by Lee Togwell, heading in. And Smith just gets a good hand to it. It's a corner now to the Rebels. I haven't got a clue who's taking it because there's a big floodlight in the way. But it's played in near post. It's a poor corner. It's flicked clear by George. The corner was from Simon Dunn, the scorer. Ball comes in. Dunn trying to barge his way through. Ball's here with Snape. Snape trying to hook the ball clear. Baker will chase the ball. Smart's there for Slough, and they play it back towards the goalkeeper. Not the best of balls, under pressure here, and it's cleared by Turner, but taken down well by Smart, and then plays the ball forwards, looking for Williams. Williams, good control by him. Finds Simon Dunn. Dunn with the ball over. Headed away though by Diath. Ball comes back on. Oh, lovely little back header by Ben Harris. Good ball played in towards Williams. Williams just turns on the edge of the box, running with the ball. Turns out here towards Simon Dunn, who crosses in, but it's blocked well. It's out for a throw to Slough on that far hand side. Wells will take it quickly towards Lee Togwell, and Togwell just chipping the ball into the box. Warren Harris trying to get his head to it, or get his head to the second one. It's faded on, headed away by Groves. Edge of the box. It's Togwell who heads it back in. Ben Harris trying to flick the ball on. Bit of head tennis going on. Comes here to Warren Harris, who hits it first time. Oh, what a goal! What a goal that is. Warren Harris from 30 yards has swung a foot at it, and it's just gone straight into the top corner of the goal. I really don't know how he's got it in. He got such a high angle on the ball there, but Warren Harris has scored for the Rebels on 45 minutes. It is literally going to be the last kick of the guys. I think it's not an injury. It's there's one of the Slough players is doing his boots up in the box. That is Warren Harris's 6th goal of the season and goal number 40 in his career. Warren Harris, 45, number 11. And Slough have come back from 1 goal down to Lee. I think whatever I'm saying is just being done opposite, isn't it? It's St Ives with a kick-off. Again, McGeorge, he's chased down by Togwell. Togwell chases the ball. Shoots first time from 40 yards, and this time it's an easy save, though, for Smith on his goal line. And Slough, I think, are adopting a shoot-on-sight policy here now. They must have been stung into action by the... And it's a long clearance here by Smith. Aimed again to Ogbonna. Misses the ball again to Ogbonna. Comes from Wells. Headed on by Williams. Flicked on though by Groves. Togwell there for the Rebels. Finding Ben Harris. Oh, lovely little back header here into the path of Manny Williams. Just on the edge of the box on the far hand side. He's got Simon Dunn bursting into the box. Simon Dunn plays it in. It's a good save though. Low down by the goalkeeper Smith. And the ball just didn't lack. The shot didn't lack any power there. Well, it lacked power, I should say. And the ball here with Tom Smith, the St Ives goalkeeper, who's been beaten by a penalty and an absolute blinder from Warren Harris. Long kick by him into this night guy. This time Ogbonna decides to, if he can't win the ball, he'll just dive and hit a player. So now I've got a free kick for a foul on Ben Harris. And it's a free kick here to Slough. It's just by the centre circle, quickly taken by Wells, looking for Warren Harris. Harris slips as Eli comes in and clears the ball only as far as Smart takes it down on his chest. Ogbonna comes to close him down and Slough can't control the ball, and it's come off Warren Harris last for a throw to St Ives. And for some reason St Ives aren't in an absolute hurry to take this throw. But Warner Eli is the player that comes on. He's just been told to go back a few yards and then been told that he can come forwards a few yards. Finally he throws the ball on. Again looking for Ogbonna. This time he controls it with his foot, but only as far as done. And the referee says that is the half-time whistle. And Slough have got a 2-1 lead here. I haven't got a clue how. They really could, really should be 4-1 up. Sorry, Barry. But yes, Slough somehow managed to become 2-1 up here at the moment. Yeah. And it's a crazy... I don't know if I can stretch that foot. Yep, I got it, thank you. Someone just bought me a drink, so just getting that drink there. So, story of the half is that the first 5-10 minutes Slough were absolutely dominant. Two fantastic saves by the St Ives goalkeeper Tom Smith meant it was 0-0, and again Slough capitalised, and for the first 26 minutes of the game absolutely dominated this game here. And then the first attack that St Ives had of any kind of real muster in it, the ball was played forwards for Ogbonna. As Turner came out, the ball was flicked by Ogbonna across the goal, and there arriving at the back post was Peter Clark, who had the simplest of options of just sliding the ball into the back of the net to give St Ives the lead on 27 minutes. Slough then again peppered the goal with the goalkeeper Smith being in good form, and then a foul was given on Ben Harris for a penalty to Slough, and that was tucked away on 42 minutes by Simon Dunn. Then with Slough again dominating the play, Warren Harris... That's right, I'm fine. I've got one. Sorry, I've got one. I've got a drink. And Slough dominating the play, and then Warren Harris, after Lee Togwell had tried a shot from distance, Warren Harris tried a shot from around 30 yards out and found the top of the net. I still, even now, can't believe that from the angle that he hit it, that it went into the back of the net. But Slough had the lead here, 2-1 at half-time. And how a game changes. They really, for those first 26 minutes, dominated the game and could have been 3 or 4 up. They went behind, and strangely enough, they then carried on the way they were playing and managed to get back in this game with 2 goals. It's 2-1 here at half time. I'm just going to go through a few, see if I can find you some scores from some of the other games in the EvoStick Southern Premier League for you. For some reason they've only got scores after 40 minutes at the moment. Let's just what have we done? Oops, I'm playing with the stopwatch. It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll get the hang of a stopwatch in a minute. Alright, so we're just going to see if we can find you the scores for half time. If I could find the cursor. I don't know, not a lot by the sounds of it. Half time, Kettering 0, Royston 1 is the score there. Let's just see what else came through. Let's see what else we have for you. There we go, half time scores. And we'll give you those half time scores for you in a second. Just waiting for the computer to slowly load. It's just a bit like me, it's a little bit slow. Hereford 1, Frome 0. It's Kettering 0, Royston 1. St Ives 1, Slough 2. And Stratford 0, Tiverton 1. Kings Langley versus Biggleswade was postponed, as was Basingstoke versus Bishop Stortford. So there you go. So just a reminder, some of the upcoming games for the Rebels. We are in that halfway through the third of 6 away games that we've got. So Saturday, I guess weather permitting, bearing in mind that Basingstoke was called off this evening. Saturday the 24th of March, 3 o'clock kickoff. It's away to Basingstoke Town. Could well be the last time that you see a Slough game at the Camrose Stadium, so maybe make your way down to that. The rescheduled game is on Tuesday the 27th of March, 7:45 kickoff, away to Weymouth. That was confirmed yesterday. Please look at the Slough Town Supporters Trust website, sloughtownsportstrust.co.uk website, for coach details. I'm not sure if there's a coach at the moment running to Weymouth. It is the same day as Dave Carpenter's funeral and wake. And then the next game after that is away to Dunstable on Good Friday. Now that is a 3 o'clock kickoff at Dunstable on Good Friday. So there you go. We're just going to take a quick second while I have a little drink. Just bear with me for a moment. Makes great radio, doesn't it? You just wait for me to bend down. Okay, so we're going to see if we can find you some other scores from other games here. In Sky Bet League 1, it's Northampton 1, Shrewsbury, whichever way you like to say it, 0. Our good friends Rochdale 0, Fleetwood Town 0. In Sky Bet League 2, it's Crewe 1, Forest Green Rovers 0, Morecambe 0, Colchester United 0, Port Vale 0, Exeter 1. In the National League, it's Solihull Moors 1, Bromley 0. Then there's some Scottish games. Apparently it's the Ladbrokes Championship. It's Brechin 0, Dunfermline 2, Dundee United 0, Queen of the South 2. In Ladbrokes League 1, Adrionians 2, Alloa 1, Albion 1, Ayr 2. Ladbrokes League 2 is Edinburgh City 0, Clyde 2, Elgin 0, Stirling 0, Stenhousemuir 0, Cowdenbeath 1. Does the Forth Far and East 5, do they still exist? I mean, you always remember when it's East 5 4, Forth Far 5. What have I just done there? Right, okay, in the National League North, it's Alfreton 0, AFC Telford 1, Chorley 2, Spennymoor 0, FC United of Manchester 1, Gainsborough, our friends from Gainsborough Trinity 0, North Furbury 0, Salford City 1. That means if it stays that way that North Furbury will be relegated from that league this evening. Stockport 0, Boston United 0. In the National League South, it's Bognor 0, Welling 2, Chippenham 0, Concord Rangers 0. East Thurrock 2, Poole Town 0, Hampton and Richmond 2, Hungerford 0, Truro 0, Havant and Waterlooville 0, Western Supermare 0, St Albans 0. In the Bostik League Premier, that's the one that's level with us, but the Eastern teams, it's Burgess Hill Town 0, Dorking Wanderers 0, Leiston 0, Tunbridge 0, Lowestoft 0, Troubled Dulwich Hamlet 3, and Staines 2, Hendon 0. And there you go, that's enough of those for you. So for those of you who are interested, Dave Carpenter's funeral details are up on the Slough Town Supporters Trust website with the details. I believe that I've been told that the church service is the one that's the main one, and then after that there is one at the crematorium, which I think is the more of a private or close friends and family only. And then the wake will be held at Arthur Park, and you can get more details of those So we're just waiting for the second half to start. We're just gonna we are still here. Don't worry, we're around. But I'm just gonna have a just gonna have a little bit of a drink. So you might just hear a bit of gurgling, a bit of burping and stuff like that. But we're just waiting for the two sides to come out for the second half. Right, so we've got some of the players are slowly coming out for the start of the second half. The Slough Town management team have started to come out. Jack Turner's out already. And Matt Lynch, who's starting. This is the first of his two-game suspension for that sending off at Kings Lynn. So this is his first game. He'll also miss the Basingstoke game as well. But he's here tonight. He's come down as the St Ives Town team come out. We'll keep our eyes to see if there are any substitutions. I think there is going to be a substitution for St Ives. I can see the board is ready, and we'll give you details of that in a second. Who's not come out? I think it's 11 at the moment. I think is it? I can't see what's your number. No, your number 11. 6, 7. It might be 7. There's a substitute. They'll make it in a minute, and I'll tell you what it is. So I'm trying to guess who it is. There's a player missing. I can't see the number. 3, 4. Just wonder if it's number 18. Actually, Lloyd Groves is the player that might be coming off. It's the only number. I'm counting the numbers and I'm wondering why I can't see the numbers, and I just think it's number 18 who may be the player that's going to be substituted. And so we'll just wait around just to see what comes on. Just say that the substitutes that are available for both sides for St Ives, 12 is Dan Moyes, 14 is Eugene Libertucci, 15 Danny Watson, 16 Danny Kelly, and 17 is Declan Rogers. For the Rebels, subs available are Sean Fraser, 12, Josh Jackman, 14, 15 Perry is James Dobson, and 16 is Perry Coles. There's Slough players just making their way out. And some of them just coming out. I'm just wondering if Ben Harris will be substituted at some time. He's just come back from injury. Whether he's available fit enough to do 90 minutes will be a different a different thing. Manny Williams just there. So we're just waiting for the Slough players to slowly come out. Just coming out is Scott Davies, the new signing, signed from Chelmsford City. And just a couple of players getting some last minute instructions from John Underwood. The rest of the teams are out. We're just going to wait for St Ives to signal that substitution. I guess the only number I've not seen is number 18, Lloyd Groves, but we will have that confirmed in a second. I think that, well, as long as they go do that. And I can tell you, well, it's going to be number 12 is going to be Dan Moyes that will be the player that comes on. He's down this near hand side waiting to come on. Just Simon Dunn just chatting to the Slough physio, Alex. Just see if there's any problems from that bang in the face he had. So the substitution is Lloyd Groves off. Dan Moyes is the player on. So that is your substitution at half time. Groves is the player off, Moyes is the player on. And we're about to start the second half. Now we'll have the kick-off. They'll be shooting from right to left. As the referee just counting the number of players on the pitch here. And there you go, second half is underway. And the ball played here immediately to Scott Davies. Plays the ball forward for Ben Harris. Ben Harris flicking the header on, only as far as Miles Smith. His ball out, looking for the St Ives goalscorer Clark, but it's won there by Davies, but it's gone out of play for a throw to St Ives. Deep inside their own half. And it'll be the right back Miles Smith to take this throw. And only as far as Wells. Wells with a header away, trying to find Ben Harris. Trying to hold the ball up. It's come through to McGeorge. He plays it across here to Diaf. Oh, Diaf's robbed of the ball by Slough. It's one here with Togwell, but in the end it's Moyes who smashes the ball away. Moyes has gone into defence alongside Diaf. And Slough starting on the front foot. Quick throw on the far hand side. Comes here towards Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball into the box. Ben Harris flicks it on towards Manny Williams. Comes back out here towards Ben Harris. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Comes here towards Dunn, but it's a good clearance there by Clark, who plays that ball. I think that's mostly bouncing down the A14 to London. With a bit of luck, we might beat it back on the coach. So it's a throw to the Rebels, right a couple of yards away from the corner flag. It's going to be Guy Hollis that will come across to take this throw, so expect a long throw into the box here from the Rebels. As Hollis looks to arch this ball. As he arches his back, doesn't arch the ball. What am I saying tonight? And fires this one in with a little bit of power. Aimed for Nisbet, bouncing around. It'll come back out here towards Hollis. Hollis plays it in first. Oh, it's cleared away almost off the back post there. Headed on by Togwell. Headed on by McGeorge. It will come back out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart will chased down by Baker, plays the ball in. It's a good ball in towards Manny Williams. Williams holds the ball up 25 yards away from goal, plays it down the right hand side for Warren Harris. Crosses first time, goalkeeper fumbles it, comes out here to Simon Dunn, and unfortunately Dunn doesn't find the goal or the big netting behind the goal, and it's a good chance for Slough that's wasted it. The St Ives, one of the St Ives coaches has just kicked the ball, the spare ball on, and as he's done it, he slips over and fell on his bottom, which caused a lot of people here in front of us to laugh. But Dunn taking that last effort with his right foot. And what's going on here? We've got two balls on the pitch, and the goalkeeper Smith has decided he wants the ball that originally went out of play. And the game will restart with this goal kick. Again, all the players just come into this one small quadrant of the field. Played again for Ogbonna. That's a wasted ball because he's not won anything in the air this evening. And it's come off the foot of Nathan Smart for a throw to St Ives. And it'll be a throw on the far hand side for Warner Ely to take. And it's flicked on here by Drake, only as far as Scott Davies. His ball trying to find Manny Williams. It slips under Manny's foot. Comes out here though to Moyes. It's only as far as Davies, who plays the ball forward. It's been cleared as far towards Drake, but Davies gets in and snatches the ball off him. Finds Warren Harris on the right hand side. Warren Harris shrugged off the ball, but apparently it's illegal by the or illegally by the referee there, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And it's a free kick, a good 40 yards away from goal. And it's Davies has gone across to take this ball. Slough puts a good ball into the box. It's Hollis with the header, and it's good defending by Miles Smith, who just heads it away at the far post just as Ben Harris was around to get there, and it's a corner to the Rebels. I've got to say that the seats here at St Ives aren't the most comfortable. My bottom is very numb here at the moment. I'm just going to have a little shifty around. It's a corner here that Simon Dunn will take for Slough. And it's played into the far post, headed away by Ogbonna, only towards Davies, who picks it up on the edge of the 18-yard box, being forced wide on the right-hand side. Cuts inside, does well to keep hold of the ball, still has the ball at his feet. Evades another challenge and crosses with his left, aimed into the box, headed away, and it's not headed away well, and it's a third for the Rebels. And I haven't got a clue who scored it, but it looks like it could well be number 10, Ben Harris, is the scorer of that. Slough with a third goal here, a header as the ball was played in. And let's now have a third here at St Ives. Ben Harris with the goal on 40, we'll call it 50 minutes because we're generous today. So Slough 3-1 up here.
Slough was one of the Harrises. I'm not sure if it's Ben or Warren. Put your hand on it, it's you, Ben.
As the kick-off has been taken here by St Ives. Played forward only as far as Hollis. Hollis with the pass out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart just chips the ball forward. Warren Harris keeps the ball in, turns on the far hand side, plays it here in towards Williams. Williams just stretches, keeps hold of the ball. Good play here by Manny Williams, who's under pressure. Oh, he just goes past two players very easy. Still has the ball, plays a lovely. Oh, it's well cut out though by Warner Eli, but Williams wins it back on the far hand side. Here with Scott Davies in towards Simon Dunn. Ball played in through the back of the defence, but it's got too much on it and rolls out of play for a goal kick. And it's Slough with this 3-1 lead here now. And it's Smith, the goalkeeper, to take this goal kick. Flicked on by Nath, only as far as Hollis, who clears the ball on this far hand side towards Ben Harris, scorer of the third goal. It's got Wells running down the line for him if he can find him. Finds it. Wells continues to run. But good defending by Peter Clark, who then just runs into a couple of Slough players. Does well to keep hold of the ball. Good play there by the St Ives goalkeeper, but then he runs into Togwell, but manages to still find the ball to save. Togwell doesn't care. He's going to chase the ball down. And Slough win the ball here with Ben Harris, who wins a free kick for a foul. I think the gentleman in front thinks that's Tom Daly that went down. Yes, it is. It's a free kick to the Rebels here at the moment. It's a few feet inside. Scott Davis will be the player that comes across to take this for Slough. It's only a couple of feet inside the St Ives half as Davis just plays that one on the far hand side, looking for Nisbet. Nisbet beaten to the ball, but it comes off the head of a St Ives player. It'll be a Slough throw on that far hand side. Still Stratford 0, Tiverton 1. And it's a throw for Slough on the far hand side. And just trying to see who's gone forward to take it. Hollis has gone forward to take this throw. Long throw into the box. It's bouncing around. Comes through to the back post. It's hooked clear. Only as far as Davies. Davies takes a little touch. Slips on the ball. And it's hooked clear by Draycott with good defending by Nathan Smart. Here towards Wells. Oh, Wells just skips the challenge. Then overruns it. But wins the ball back for Slough. And it skews on the far. Oh, it's played towards the goalkeeper. It's a bit short. And Jack Turner has to come out quickly there to beat Ben Baker to the ball. And it's gone out of play for a throw to St Ives on that far hand side. So it's St Ives 1, Slough 3 here, 8 minutes into this second half. And it's taken quickly by Warner Elo, but he's lost the ball. It comes here towards Manny Williams, just looking for Ben Harris to chase the ball. Harris does as well, gets in front of Diaf, and he's got a chance to cross here. Oh, it's not the best of crosses. It's hooked clear by Moyes, only as far as Davies. Davies gets a touch too, but it's here to McGeorge. McGeorge just plays it all the way out. Oh, and Jack Turner comes to the edge of his area, outside of his area. Lovely control though by Jack Turner. Plays it in here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has the ball here with Wells. Wells finds Scott Davies. Back in towards Wells. Wells immediately draws it on the far hand side. Lovely ball on the far hand side, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris has got a bit of space to run into down that right hand side. Goes down that near side, turns on the edge of the box. He's got Nathan Smart there, but as he tries to play it, comes off Draycott and is a throw to the Rebels. Taken quickly by Smart. In here towards Ben Harris. Takes a shot, and it's an easy save for Smith. Low down, low in front of him. And Slough at the moment not missing Chris Flood, who's got an ankle injury. We wish Floody all the best. Poor kick by Smith. Comes as far as Togwell. Togwell, the ball played forward. Looking for Warren Harris on that right hand side. Eli has to come and defend. Only as far as Warren Harris. Just gets into a tangle with Togwell, but holds on to the ball well. And then finds Smart. Smart in towards Warren Harris. Harris just shrugged off the ball by McGeorge. The ball flickers around and finds Snaith. Snaith inside his own half. Being forced backwards, the Slough puts some pressure on. Ball play forwards, it's skewed. Comes here towards Davies. Davies with a touch to Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball down the field. Well, the goalkeeper calls for it. And then Diaf hits it from the edge of the box. Now here as Draycott has the ball, trying to play the ball in here for Baker, but it's cut out well by Slough. And Davies has the ball and he hits it first time over the top. Looking for a runner from the Rebels, but there was no runner there, and it's into the hands of Tom Smith, the St Ives goalkeeper. And it's a good long kick by him, this time aimed at Ogbonna again. Ogbonna misses it, but it falls kindly here towards Clark. Clark with a touch off here, and it's back in here towards Clark. Goes across his ball in towards McGeorge, finds Miles Smith, the right back, forwards into McGeorge. McGeorge tries a first time quick ball over the top, and Wells under pressure here from Baker. Does well to turn and clear. Trying to find Williams. It's here by Moyes with the ball forwards. There's an offside against Snaith, and it'll be a free kick to the Rebels. There's some of the St Ives fans just not too happy. Matt Lynch just walking past us. He's got flip-flops on. And it's Jack Turner that's going to take this free kick. And he takes it short here towards George Wells. Wells just crosses the halfway line. Ogbonna comes and closes it down. Ball played in here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just avoids a couple of challenges, but George puts a leg in and then fouls, guess who? Ben Harris. And Ben Harris spent more time on the floor this evening. He must not like the kit, man. He just wants to get that kit really, really dirty for him. Kettering have just scored. It's Kettering 1, Royston 1. If the result stays like that, that would be better. It looks like Slough going to make a substitution in a second. It'll be Perry Coles will be the player coming on. And are they going to take it now before the free kick comes in? It is Ben Harris who's going to come off. I didn't think he'd have 90 minutes in him, just coming back from injury, but he's got a goal on his way back in. His second in 2 after scoring against Bishop Stortford. But it's Ben Harris off, replaced by Perry Coles, and that is on around about 57 minutes. So Perry Coles on up front for Warren. Ben Harris, that means that I can only have to say Harris once. As this free kick will come in from Scott Davies. And it's whipped into the far post. Headed away well. Comes to the edge of the box where Togwell tries to get there. But Snaith gets there first. But hard work from Slough means, I was going to say hard work, and then the referee has called a foul back. And it's a free kick to St Ives. So we've played, coming up to 13 minutes of this second half. It's St Ives 1, Slough Town 3. And it's a kick here by Smith. This time he does find Ogbonna, but his touch is poor. It's won back by Slough. Looking for the run of Williams, but it's well played by Smith. Into McGeorge. McGeorge plays out first time, but well spotted by George Wells. He takes the ball and continues his run forward, travelling 15 yards with the ball. Then cuts inside. Still has the ball. He's got Scott Davies behind him and finds him. Davies immediately plays a lovely ball out to the far hand side towards Warren Harris. Harris with a little cushion header in towards Smart. Smart just misjudged the run of the ball, but then plays it in towards Warren Harris, then gets the ball back down that near hand side. Smart's continued his run. Crosses first time, but it's a poor cross, and it goes straight out of play for a goal kick. The second substitution for St Ives. Coming off is the affectionately known Ollie offside Snaith, according to some of the St Ives fans here. And he is replaced by number 14, who is Eugene Libertucci. So around about 59. And Libertucci was played for quite a few of these sides around the Cambridge area. I remember him playing for Histon when they came to Slough a couple of years ago. So Libertucci on for Snaith, and the game will restart with this goal kick. And it comes from Smith, the goalkeeper, headed away by Warren Harris. Flicked on here by Libertucci, but his throw only comes as far as Harris. Chipped on, looking for the run of Coles. Diaf with the clearance, only as far as Togwell. Good control by him. 1-2 with Harris. In towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just trying to flick the ball over. Gets a lucky touch in towards Williams. Good play there. Finds Dunn in towards Wells. Oh, it's just a little bit too short for Wells. And the ball played forward, looking for Ogbonna. Ogbonna up against Nisbet, but Nisbet has he's just played it short. In Ogbonna wins the ball back, and then Ogbonna goes down really easy, looking for a free kick. The ball's here with Nisbet. Played forwards for Coles to chase, and Moyes has to come through and clear the ball. And Ogbonna still just gets to his feet here now. And I'm going to do that. I need to put my feet on something because my bombs on. Ball's here with George Wells. Wells cuts inside, still running on the ball. Lovely little ball in towards Coles. Coles little backheel flick towards Wells. Wells hits it across the goal. Comes to Togwell. It's blocked. And comes back towards Togwell. Togwell has another shot block. Gets the third shot. It's blocked again. It's come through and then it's hooked clear by Moyes. And it'll come straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And it's Nisbet who takes it. Plays it here towards Jack Turner. And Turner, 15 yards outside of his box. Plays it forwards here. Little cushion header there by Simon Dunn. Trying to find Wells. One back by McGeorge, but McGeorge slips as he plays it ball. And Hollis plays it back here towards Turner. Turner, under pressure, plays it in. It's gone straight out of play for a throw. And the St Ives fans not in much hurry to give the ball back either. And we've got 2 balls on the pitch now. So another little stoppage here. Quick throw in by Smith here, finds Baker. With the ball played in, headed away by Nisbet. Wells keeps the ball in, hooks the ball down the line. Manny Williams jumps to try and win it. Comes in the centre here towards Davies. Davies, little ball finds Coles. Coles has got Warren Harris on the outside. He's even got Nathan Smart there. He's going to have a dig from distance. And it's well wide of the goal. And Coles should have maybe done a little bit better there. He had Nathan Smart coming from right back in a really good position there. But took the shot on it. It was just wide of the goal. And still got just under half an hour of this game here left at the Pro Edge Stadium, Westwood Road. As Smith with the ball forwards again. This time it finds Ogbonna. He's just given the ball straight away to Davies for Slough. He finds Warren Harris. Harris with the ball here looking for Williams. Williams has been an excellent runner all night long for Slough. Has the ball on that far hand side, holds it up, and it comes off a player from St Ives on the far hand side. And there's a throw taken quickly towards Nathan Smart. Smart goes down by Baker. The ball played in, trying to find Williams, but it comes off. And it will be a free kick to St Ives for a foul there. Just Manny Williams just caught the St Ives player on the far hand side, which was Draco. And it'll be a free kick to St Ives level with the 18-yard box too on the far hand side. And Smith will come across the goalkeeper to take this free kick for St Ives. A long ball forward, straight out of play. And that'll be a throw to the Rebels. Good evening to Gary Thomas who's listening. And the ball's been thrown by Hollis towards Turner. Turner launches the ball forwards, headed away though by Diaf. Ball comes back though from Slough, only to find McGeorge. McGeorge with the ball over the top, expecting Ogbonna to run onto that one, but Smart comes across and clears. It's gone out of play though for a throw to St Ives on the far hand side, halfway inside the Slough half. Played it quickly to Ogbonna. It's just easily seen off the ball and it's now clear with Hollis. Up towards Williams. Williams holds the ball up, takes a bobble as it finds Warren Harris, and he's had the ball robbed of him. Ball here now with Clark. Just runs in and it's now clear down the line. Not the best of clearances. Come into the centre here for Libertucci. He plays it out here to the right back, Smith. Smith running down. Dunn comes across and closes him down. Good play there by Simon Dunn. Into McGeorge. McGeorge, first time ball here, trying to find Baker, but Wells comes across to clear. And Wells then heads his own one on, and then Baker gets a touch, but just knocked it out of play for a throw to Slough. And just all going on here. And the throw comes in from Wells towards Dunn. Back out towards Wells. Togwell keeps the ball in. Only finds McGeorge. His header comes towards Dunn. Dunn plays it almost back towards his goalkeeper. And unfortunately for St Ives, none of them could chase the ball. And it's here with But he just picked the ball up. I would have thought that might have been classed as a back pass, but there you go. And Turner has the ball. Long kick by him, looking for Warren Harris. Harris just slips as he got to the ball, and it's here now with Warner Ely. He has the throw on the far hand side. And throws the ball into Libertucci, gets the ball back from him, then flicks the ball in first time. It's Scott Davies who wins the ball towards Dunn. Dunn's ball headed on by Warner Ely, looking for Ogbono. Ogbono's got a good touch for the first time tonight and finds Peter Clark. Clark just runs straight into Davies, and it comes through to Libertucci, just plays the ball out. It's well kept in by the right back Smith. Williams tries to close there, but Smith has the ball and then just gives it to Libertucci, who just overruns it, wins it back, finds McGeorge. It's now just trying to get hold of the ball. It's a poor ball down, and that's an easy clearance for Nisbet as he puts into the night sky. Wells has kept it on as he knows gone out of play. Libertucci with a quick throw, trying to find Baker, headed away by Nisbet, looks on by Wells. Then played by Moyes, and that's going to go all the way out for a goal kick, is it? I think it is. And it'll be a goal kick here to the Rebels, with Jack Turner to take it. And he's just taking his time getting the ball from the corner there, went off right by the corner flag. As Turner looks to take this goal kick. Long kick by him, looking for Warren Harris. He's got a bit of space on that right hand side. Holds the ball down. Taken off him by Draycott, and it had gone out of play, so it's actually a throw to Slough, not to St Ives. And you'll see another substitution for the Rebels. Coming on is James Dobson. Coming off is the scorer of the first goal for the Rebels, Simon Dunn. So Slough just giving players some minutes here. So Simon Dunn is the player off. Coming on is James Dobson. Is 68. 68. There's
tonight is 179.
There's 179 people here this evening, just been announced. So Dobson is on for Simon Dunn. And that's on 68 minutes, halfway through this second half. It's Slough with a throw on the far hand side, which Nathan Smart will take. His throw finds Coles. Coles trying to hold the ball up, chips it here, looking for the run of Williams. Diath comes across with the clearance, only as far as Togwell. Togwell spreads it here towards Wells. Wells coming forward here. Just skips past McGeorge, hits it from distance, and it's a good save by Smith, low down to his left. It's one of those ones, you know what George Wells is going to do when he hits it. He hits it hard and low into that bottom corner to the left of the goalkeeper. And Smith saw it well and managed to get two hands to it to palm it round. It's a corner here to the Rebels. And it's the first touch of the ball for James Dobson. So it's an in-swinging corner here for Slough. And a little bit of movement here. It's been played short pass to the short post, near post, headed on by Coles, bouncing around in the box. It's hooked clear, but it'll be Scott Davies who comes across to. So he's actually going to let the ball run out of play. And Davies showing no sign of fatigue. Played 36 games for. Apparently must have a long throw on him here because he's come to take it. He has got a long throw. I mean, the ball bouncing around. Flicked on. It's hooked on by Slough. It's bouncing around. Slough looking for a goal. It's not been given. It's hooked away off the line. Togwell then wins a header, only as far as McGeorge. McGeorge chips the ball out here looking for the run of Baker. Baker tries to nudge it over Nathan Smart, but Smart sees it back towards his goalkeeper. But it doesn't. Baker just chased him down and Smart just hoofed the ball out to the right hand side. You'll see a third and final substitution for St Ives in a second. The throw has come on down that near hand side. Ball breaks into the box, but it's hooked clear by Slough. It comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell just gets barged to the back as he plays the ball down, and that was Draycott with the foul on Lee Togwell. And coming off is Ogbonna.
Number 9, Julia Bonner.
And coming on
Number 16, Danny
is
Kelly.
Danny Kelly.
For those who haven't got the rears on, some current scores: Hereford 1, Froome 0.
And that's on
1,
70.
Tiverton 1. St Ives 27.
So
Slough 0.
the St Ives the stadium announcer, just trying to prove that they do have a sense of humour in these parts. But that substitution is Juby Ogbonna off and Danny Kelly on. Not Danny Kelly, the radio presenter. The game will restart with a free kick here for the Rebels. Jack Turner will take it on the far hand side. And he hooks it immediately here towards George Wells. Wells with a good control on this tough looking pitch. Leaves it for Davies. Davies on the halfway line. Turns, plays it in, chips the ball down here looking for Dobson, but it's cut out by Smith and it's out for a throw to the Rebels. And Wells just taking his time getting the ball. Plays it in, throw to Dobson. Dobson flicks it in, but it's not the best of balls. It falls to Clark. Clark just runs straight into Togwell. Manages to run past it and runs into another, but it's Hollis that plays the ball forwards. In towards Coles. Coles trying to turn the ball. It comes out here towards Dobson. Dobson on the left-hand side, plays the ball in, takes the tumble as he plays it in. It's hooked clear by Libertucci towards Draycott. Draycott on the far-hand side now, looking for Clark. Scored the St Ives goal. He's got the ball. Plays it over the top, looking for the run of Baker. Looks like Baker has gone forwards with Kelly as a front two. Ball in the hands of Slough's goalkeeper Jack Turner. And played forward, looking for Warren Harris. Harris does well to flick the ball on. Headed away though by Diaf. Only as far as Scott Davies is now covering on the right hand side. Plays the ball forward. Moyes with the header away. It's Togwell that will cushion the header. Trying to find Manny Williams. It's trying to get in there, but it's well shielded by Moyes. And Smith, the goalkeeper, come to the edge of his box to claim the ball. So we have played nearly 27 minutes of this second half. It's St Ives 1, Slough Town 3. And the ball played forwards. It's headed away here by Hollis. Nathan Smart with the ball in towards Davies. Back in here towards Togwell. Togwell with a little touch forwards, but it's one back here by Clark. Clark plays it into the path of Smith. Smith running down this right hand side. He's got Dobson standing in front of him. Still going to play across and then plays the ball all the way across to Warner Eli, the left back, who's in a forward position. He crosses the ball into the box. It's bouncing around. It will come through here. It's smashed clear by Nisbet. And Williams tries to jump and win the ball. It comes on to Warren Harris. He can't keep the ball in. Warner Eli will see the ball out for a throw to St Ives on that far side. Taken quickly towards Libertucci. He plays the ball forwards here towards Kelly. Kelly on the far hand side holding the ball up. It's crossed in, hooked clear by Nisbet again. St Ives with a bit of spell of pressure here, but it comes through to Scott Davies. He's got a bit of time and plays the ball over the top, looking for Coles. Headed away by Moyes. It will come through though to Dobson. Dobson just lets the ball turn. He's played it in. Coles has just made his run behind, and it should have been before. Coles trying to win the ball back and does with tries to get it, but Libertucci just brushes him off. Ball played forward here, looking for Clark. Nisbet takes him out, but gets the ball first, much to the annoyance of the St Ives fans. Ball here now with George Wells. Wells coming down this left-hand side. Baker comes across to block him. Wells still has the ball. Wells here, skips past Baker now. Crosses first time. It's a good cross. Manny Williams trying to get there. Out the back post. It's hooked clear in the end by Warner Eli. And he does well to chase his own little flick on here, but Warren Harris comes and gets a touch on it. It's out of play. And Nisbet with a rather adventurous tackle there, we should say. Won the ball, but then took the man out. It should really have been a free kick if you ask me. But I'm not the referee, so I'm just waiting for a throw to come in for St Ives on the far hand side. And it's Warner Eli with the throw. It's easily headed by Warren Harris into the path of Coles. Coles trying to release Manny Williams. Manny Williams he's got a little push there, and it wasn't spotted, and it's gone out for a goal kick to St Ives. Slough just looking to try and see this game out here now with this 3-1 lead. Tom Smith, the goalkeeper, who's made 4 really good saves actually so far in this game. As he takes this kick, Kelly tries to win. He flicks the ball on, which is the first time that a St Ives striker has done that. Ball though comes here towards Williams. Williams just straight off the ball, and it's here through to Scott Davies. He's going to shoot from 40 odd yards. It's a adventurous effort, wide and high over the top of the goal. I think he needs to save those for when there's a camera man here. I think that's the better option, shooting from that kind of distance. When there's not a cameraman, there's no point. As Smith here to take this goal kick for St Ives. Played in. Oh, great header by Togwell. Finds Coles. Coles with a little touch in towards Williams. Williams now finds Warren Harris on the right hand side. Gets to the edge of the box. Crosses it in looking for Williams. It comes through. It's a shot in the end from Coles, but it's well saved again by Smith. It's a comfortable save. Throws the ball out here towards Rogan McGeorge. He plays the ball down, finding Kelly. Kelly plays the little ball inside, but it's cut out well by George Wells. Comes in towards Nisbet. Given away though to McGeorge. McGeorge, that's a free kick. Much to the amusement of the St Ives fans in front of me, as you can gather. And it'll be a free kick to St Ives. It's level with the tram line of the 18-yard box, but it's a good 25 yards away. And I'm trying to just see he's just bending over to see who's going to take it. If he stands up, it's Draycott that will take this free kick for St Ives. And Slough have a two-man wall here. Referee just telling them just keep their arms down. As Drake takes a low free kick, it's hit the wall, comes back out here. Togwell tries to dive in. Ball here with Clark, cleared in here towards Dobson. Dobson plays it towards Smart, who just hoofs the ball down the field. Libertucci with the header, only as far as Warren Harris. Heads it on looking for Dobson. Dobson will allow the ball to bounce by him. Plays it in here looking for Coles. Coles gets took out there, but the ball had gone off the pitch. And it's a throw to St Ives, taken quickly by the right back Miles Smith in towards Moyes, who just puts that into the night sky. Has it gone out of play? It has. It's a throw to the Rebels, and Dobson will leave it for George Wells to take. Just now, not rushing here. They don't need to rush it 3-1 up. And the throw comes in here towards Dobson, back in towards Wells. Wells just shows it down to Dobson on this left-hand side. Gets a chance to cross. It's a great cross. Palmed away by Smith, only as far as Williams. He plays the ball back in. So now trying to tee up Togwell with a shot. And it hits the bottom of the post and comes out. Dobson trying to get there first. Dobson scores, but he's been adjudged to have fouled. It's a free kick to St Ives. It was Togwell with the shot there. And he's approaching 100 appearances. He's got 9 goals. He's had a damn good effort tonight. We're trying to make that 10, and hitting that post is as close as he's going to get at the moment. Still 3-1 to the Rebels here as we enter the last 14 minutes of normal time. Smith, the goalkeeper, to take this free kick. And ball comes all the way through to Nisbet, who just cushions his header and finds George Wells. Wells with a great clearance down the field, looking for Coles, headed away by Moyes. Not the best of headers. Diaf has to flick the next header on. Togwell takes it down on his chest, in here towards Scott Davies, but they've missed it, left it for Libertucci. And Nisbet here comes across for Slough. Good defending by the captain. Oh, Togwell just overruns it, slides in to get the ball. McGeorge just was watching that challenge was coming in. I don't think he wanted to put his foot there. And it's gone out of play for a throw to St Ives on this near hand side. And the throw comes in towards Kelly. Good control by him, and he tries to go past Togwell. Togwell gets pushed to the ground. You can always tell when the St Ives fans don't like it. These two in front of me go mad. It's a soft free kick, but it's a free kick given, and Wells will take this free kick. Just plays it in here quickly towards Williams. Williams on the edge of the box. Just holds the ball up. Got Dobson on the overlap. Oh, Dobson cuts inside. Takes a shot. It's blocked by Smith. Comes out here to McGeorge. McGeorge just runs straight into Davies. Now looking for a free kick. The referee says play on. Comes out as far as Togwell. Togwell misses the shot. He takes another shot. He definitely wants a goal tonight, does Lee Togwell. And that one's a little bit wide of the goal. The referee just allowing the game to flow here. There's a couple of players just looking for a free kick, but none given. We've got 11 minutes of this second half left, plus whatever the referee will add on. And the ball played forwards. It's Kelly who wins the flick on again. Why didn't this guy start? He's winning everything. Ball comes through towards Wells. Wells with a cushion header. Hollis then wins it for Slough. Hollis just heads the ball on and then brings it down himself. In towards Dobson. Dobson, lovely little pass in towards Williams. Williams has got choices. Plays it back in looking for Dobson. Smith with the challenge. It's hooked clear and finds McGeorge. McGeorge looking to play the ball over. It's like end-to-end basketball game. Headed away by Hollis. Comes through to Wells. Wells controls it, chips it on the far. That's a good ball in towards Warren Harris. Takes it down on his chest on the far right hand side. Bit of space across onto the edge of the box. Coming in on the far hand side is Coles. He shoots. It's blocked again. Ball rebounds out here towards Warren Harris. Harris crosses. Diaf with the clearance. Only as far as Smart. Smart's ball played in. It's hooked clear and Smart has to come back, but Wells is Davies it was in fact defensively coming across for the Rebels. And it's a throw on the far hand side for St Ives. And in towards Libertucci. He plays it back here towards Diaf. Diaf is closed down by Coles. Coles has won the ball back for Slough. Wins a free kick there for a foul. There's four gentlemen in front of me that don't like free kicks being given. I won't speak too loud because they're right in front of me. But it's a free kick to the Rebels. And Dobson will go across to take this one. So that means that Nisbet and Hollis go forwards for Slough. It's around about 40 yards away from the goal, but close to that far touchline. Dobson puts a lot of height on it. It comes to the back post, looking for Warren Harris, but he can't keep it in. It's out of play for a goal kick. And still St Ives 1, Slough Town 3 here as we're into the final 10 minutes of this second half. Yeah, I'll be glad when it's over because my bottom is very numb at the moment. Long kick here. It's headed on by Kelly, only as far as Hollis who can on the stretch clear. It's headed away by Miles Smith. Warren Harris has swapped sides with Dobson here for the moment. And the ball's here with Draycott. Draycott in the centre. Plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of Baker. It's a good run by Baker. Gets behind the Slough back four. He's got Kelly coming in. He's looking for Kelly. Oh, it's behind him. It was a good idea, but it was a little bit behind Kelly. And it means that George Wells can keep the ball in down this far hand side and bring it forwards here for Slough. But George comes to close him down. Oh, Wells just puts the afterburners on and goes past him easily. Still has the ball. Chips it with the outside of his foot. Cleared by Moyes. Moyes' clearance isn't the best. Miles Smith with the header. It's almost come towards Williams. Goes across here towards Warren Relay, who boots the ball down the field. Looking for Kelly. Hollis with the header. Flicked on by Togwell. Oh, that's a really good header. Finds Dobson. Dobson's ball played forwards. Hits Warren Relay. It's cleared by Libertucci. Ball still in play, but Nathan Smart with the ball on that far hand side. Under pressure here from Kelly. Just wins a cheap free kick for the referee. They must have seen something on the far hand side. It's these four gentlemen are like the four horsemen of the apocalypse, but just slightly funnier. Ball's here with Davies. Just keeps the ball high up in the air and then flicks it out here towards George Wells. And Wells just goes through the sand. Played in towards Coles. Coles, oh, lovely little touch in here towards Togwell. Togwell's got it opening up for him. He finds Coles on the edge. Coles is pushed off the ball, but he'll get a chance to get a shot in. He shoots. It's Smith that saves it. He saves it well and gathers it at the second attempt. And Slough just having quite a lot of shots in this second half. Still only with the 3 goals that they've scored so far. Ball's in the hands of the goalkeeper, Smith. Long ball, so I'm going to come towards Wells. He takes it down well, plays it ball forwards, looking for the run of Williams. It has to be Smith who comes to the edge of his box, the goalkeeper. Plays it forwards, headed away by Davies. In here towards Warren Harris. Harris just turns, keeps it away from Draycott and finds Nathan Smart. Smart in towards Davies. Davies down the line looking for Warren Harris. Ball comes here and it's cleared by St Ives with Diaf. Diaf just chased down by Coles and got Coles has caught him there, and that's a free kick to St Ives. And you'll see a third and final substitution for the Rebels. Coming on will be Josh Jackman. Coming off is number 11 Warren Harris. So all 3 goal scorers for the Rebels have departed the pitch. And on 84 minutes the substitution is Warren Harris. Off on is Josh Jackman. So Josh Jackman coming on. And Warren Harris has scored that absolute wonder goal in the first half to give Slough the lead here. But it's free kick here now to St Ives. And it's taken by the goalkeeper Smith. It's a free header for Nisbet. Nisbet's header trying to find Coles. Blasted away by Miles Smith. Comes on the far hand side towards Draycott. Draycott's onside. Plays it down the left hand side. Plays it straight across. It comes off a Slough player and goes out for a throw, I think. And it will be a throw to St Ives right by the corner flag, which Draycott looks to go to take, and plays the ball in towards Kelly. Kelly does well to turn, hooks the ball into the box, but it's played away by Davies, only to Libertucci. Libertucci spreading the ball here towards Baker. Baker with a good touch. Back out here towards Libertucci, 35 yards away from goal. Played it on the far hand side towards Warner Eli. Closed down well, it comes off Jackman, and it's played in, and then it's a defensive header by Nathan Smart. Ball will go out for a corner, I think. I'm not sure if it's gone out for a corner or a throw. It's very difficult to see where the corner flag is on that far hand side. It is actually a throw to St Ives. And Warner Eli is the player that goes across to take this throw. And he's getting people to go into the box. Defensive header by Jackman. Ball will come here towards Togwell. I'm quite surprised he hasn't shot from 80 yards, actually. Plays the ball on the far hand side. That's a lovely ball into the path of Coles. Coles has got Dobson running on. Plays it first time towards Dobson. Dobson just evades the challenge. Still got the ball. Plays it across. He shoots from a really tight angle. And it's gone way over the top. Williams was a little bit furious with Dobson there, as he'd made a great run into the box from a long way back. And Dobson with the looking for the special shot, and it's gone over the top and out for a goal kick. And we're into the final 3.5 minutes here. No indication of any added time here. So we'll tell you when it gets to 45 and see how it goes from there. As Smith, the goalkeeper, looks to take this goal kick. It's a good kick by him, looking for Kelly. Comes off the head of Davies, but goes straight out of play for a throw to St Ives. Baker will leave it for Libertucci. Libertucci trying to speed it up. Defensively headed away by Wells. It'll come through to Dobson. I mean, Libertucci just climbs all over him, but Davies just chips the ball up, looking for Williams. Headed away by Diaf. Comes here though towards Smith. I don't know who's it. It was the kid. Miles Smith cleared the ball. Comes on the far hand side. Defensive clearance by Smart. Only as far as Warner Eli. Plays the ball in here towards Libertucci. Libertucci trying to orchestrate the play. Plays the ball forwards. Easily cut out by Wells, but there's an injury to a player on the far hand side for St Ives, so there's a stoppage in play. So while that stoppage in play is going on, let's have a look and see if we can find you some latest scores. Just a reminder for you that the next games for the Rebels are on Saturday the 24th of March. That's this Saturday. Slough away to Basingstoke Town. That'll be a tough match. Basingstoke with a good home record, beat Hereford in their last game at home as well. Then they've got the rearranged game that was confirmed yesterday. That is on Tuesday the 27th of March, 7:45 kick-off away to Weymouth. Please have a look at the Slough Sound Supporters Trust for details of a coach running for that. You may need to add your interest via Facebook or something like that, just to do it. And then the 6th of the away games that Slough got in a row is on Good Friday. So Good Friday, not the Saturday. It's Good Friday. That's the 30th of March away to Dunstable Town, and that is a 3 p.m. kickoff. So please be aware of that kickoff time. I'll give you the latest scores. I'm not sure what's going to happen here with it's Draycott, who was the injured player, who's back on his feet, just leaving the pitch here now. I think Baker's going to give the ball back. Scores from the games around: it's Hereford 1, Frome 0, Kettering 3, Royston 1, St Ives 1, Slough 3, Stratford 1, Tiverton 2. Those are your latest scores with around about 5-6 minutes of those games left. Ball's here with Jack Turner after the ball was kindly given back by St Ives. They're back to 11 men. Long kick down the field. Dobson does well to head the ball on. Libertucci stretches to clear. Nisbet runs back, heads the ball away. Only as far as Clark, scorer of the St Ives goal, in towards McGeorge. McGeorge plays it through. Baker does well to keep the ball in and then plays it here to Smith. Smith the right back in a forward position. Plays the ball in here towards Clark. Clark with a little ball trying to find Kelly. Kelly with a little back heel. Slough with a challenge from Hollis that plays the ball out and it's hooked clear here by Jackman. Hollis is hobbling here. Manny Williams will chase that ball down. Smith, the goalkeeper, has come to the edge of his box. He's had to play the ball out. Warner Eli will keep it in on the far hand side for St Ives up against Jackman. Ball played in here towards Kelly up against Davies. We're just going to see if there's an indication of minutes left in a second. And the ball on the far hand side with the left back Warner Eli plays the ball over the top, but Draycott's got a little bit of injury. 4 minutes of added time has been indicated. We're into those 4 minutes here at the moment.
The referee indicated there will be an additional 4 minutes.
And St Ives have a throw on the far hand side, which Warner Eli will take. Quick throw in, looking for Kelly. It's one back here by Warner Eli. Hooked clear by Josh Jackman. Ball comes out to Libertucci. Overhead hooks the ball away. Cleared by Hollis. Miles Smith under pressure from Coles. Coles trying to win it back, but good defending by the right back who just cuts inside. Plays the ball back here towards Moyes. And Moyes plays the ball down the field. Looking for a run against George Wells, but Wells will see the ball out. It just goes uphill. Oh, McGeorge keeps the ball in, and it's come through to Turner in the Slough goal. As you go into that little corner, it just goes uphill a little bit, right by that corner flag. Turner with a quick ball played here, kept in well by Dobson. Dobson turns up against Smith, but Smith uses his body well. Dobson tries to get there, but calls come through. Libertucci and Smith tackle each other. Ball played through to Smith, the goalkeeper. He just puts the ball high up in the air. It's headed on by Moyes and then hooked clear by Libertucci. Comes here towards Clark. Clark challenged by Scott Davies. It's a foul on the St Ives player. It's a free kick. And McGeorge takes it quickly to Warner Eli on the far hand side. Up against Jackman. Plays the ball here. Looking for the run of Kelly. But Smart just sees it across. Smart just got caught there by Kelly. Two of them just shake hands. There's nothing in it. And it'll be a free kick to Slough, which Turner will go across to take. And a rather flat atmosphere here at the Pro Ed Stadium, Westwood Road, as I just dropped the team sheets. And Turner to take this goal, a free kick long into that night sky. Dobson's going to try and flick the ball on. It comes here towards Togwell. Togwell, a little cushion ball, finds Manny Williams. Williams had a good game here tonight, trying to turn and hold the ball up. Plays it, looking for Wells. Peter Clark comes across and wins it for St Ives and starts. Oh, he almost started an attack, but it's one back here by Togwell. Oh, ball referee just got in the way of Williams, and it's here with Moyes. Moyes plays it on the far hand side to Draycott. Draycott up against Smart. Draycott has to go backwards. Played out here towards Diaf. Diaf, the captain, with the ball forwards. It's over on the far hand side. Smart gets there first, hooks the ball in play. Draycott misses it. Comes through to Libertucci. Puts it high into the night sky. Oh, Clark, good control by him. Turns, got a good bit of space there, just looking for an option, just runs on it on his own, plays it in, it's hooked clear by Smart, and then defensively headed back towards the goalkeeper Turner by Scott Davies, and Turner will just wait for Kelly to run before picking the ball up. I think we've got about a minute of this added time left. Here it's St Ives 1, Slough Town 3, and Turner has the ball in his hands and looks to try and find Josh Jackman on the far hand side. Jackman gets there first, then tries to win his own little flick on it. It'll come through here towards Davies. Oh, Davies with an intelligent ball down here for Perry Coles, down his right hand side. Coles crosses first time, looking for Williams. It's a blank save by the keeper, but Williams has put it in. Smith with a save, and then Manny Williams puts the rebound in. It was a really, really good save by the goalkeeper again, but Manny Williams on 94th minute of the game puts the ball into the back of the net at the second chance. St Ives 1, Slough Town 4, and that will be it here. We are already into that 4 minutes of added time, so kick-off will most probably be the last kick of the game. And Slough in no hurry to get back into position. something on the computer. What have I done there? Oh, I don't know if I took that off and I can see what I'm doing. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. And we'll just wait for the kick-off to come in. And it's here with Clark. Clark plays the ball for us, and that is the full-time whistle here at the Pro Edge Stadium. Slough have come out of here with a 4-1 victory. And it was St Ives that took the lead on 27 minutes through Peter Clark against the run of play. Slough had all the pressure. Then goals from Simon Dunn with a penalty on 42, and then Warren Harris with an absolute corker on 45 minutes. Slough went in at half-time, 2-1 up. Goals in the second half from Ben Harris on 50 minutes and Manny Williams on 94 means that Slough won 4-1 here away to St Ives. It really maybe could have been a lot more without the fact that Tom Smith, the St Ives goalkeeper, has made several really good saves this game. So the next game for us is Basingstoke on Saturday. Join us there for that one. If you're not coming down to the game, do try and come down to the game because, like I say, I think it will be one of the final games for Slough at the Camro Stadium. I believe they're moving to a new ground. I'm not sure when that is exactly, but there you go. So the Slough players are just going off to clap the Slough fans who have made the journey here tonight. It's finished here at the Pro Edge Stadium, Westwood Road. St Ives 1, Slough Town 4. Thank you all for listening, and thank you all for your comments as well. We will be back on Saturday. Until then, I'm off to pack this away and make sure that my bum isn't as numb as it is for the journey home. Until then, have an enjoyable rest of the week, and we'll be back on Saturday evening.